The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Room here to run. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Watson now to throw.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll give to Hunt here on the option.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves now. They feel exponentially worse.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now it's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Watson. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
One of the league's best and most consistent wide receivers in his 10th season in the league. Keenan Allen is just automatic at this point. Nice catch from him there for a 1st down. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, at least 6 touchdowns a season. Wash, rinse, repeat. But let's not take him for granted. He's a terrific player.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
This is intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down, here's Chubb again.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff comes to Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
And remember, he had one blocked earlier.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion, they're going for more.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson on the move to his left. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. A give. This is Chubb. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now Watson going to sneak it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
And Hunt is not going to get there. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Browns put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this game's kind of felt the horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's going to, something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense is hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on third down, Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Charger drive about to get going. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Play action. It's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. On the move past the 40. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
Eckler now between the tackles. And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a fourth quarter lead. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 73 yards. And the Browns answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
The Browns will run for the 6-point conversion.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. They started on the ground with Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Connected with Michel, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing, Herbert. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Herbert going to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all. And they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Cleveland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.